we get started, we've got 8 people watching at the moment. Who is going to come on camera? Anybody? Please do. Oh, Nikki's here. Yay! Hi, Nikki.
Hi there.
10 people. We just wait a couple more moments just to make sure everybody who wanted to can join us. Please do, everybody, do share your screen. Share your video, share your audio. Hi, Steen.
Hello, Vanda. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And it would be great to see you on the big stage as well later on. That would be very good. Just wait a little bit longer. Hopefully Emily and Ellen or one of them will join us as well at some point. Yes. So if you are there lurking in the background, please do share your video, share your audio, come and join us on the screen. And we're just going to wait a little bit longer. Giving a chance to everybody to come and join. That will be good. Kate is here. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Fantastic. Good. Oh, James, that's okay. You can eat your breakfast. You can eat your breakfast on camera as well. So if you feel like sharing your camera and your audio, please do come. That's all good, Anna. It's nice that you are here. Fantastic. All right, James. All right. I don't know. Are you all reading the chat or am I having a nice private conversation with people on there? Hi, Tricia.
Hello.
Very good. Fantastic. Shall we just get started? Yes. Why not? Thank you, everybody, for hopping in here. It's really nice to have you here in the big top. If we haven't met, although I do think I have met most of you, my name is Vanda, and I am a tour guide to your mind. So I am an NLP trainer and an NLP master practitioner. I help you understand what's going on in here, so you can have a lot less of what you don't want in your life and a whole lot more of what you do actually want in your life. Hi, Alex, as well. Thank you for joining us. Good. So today we are going to be talking about confidence to connect. And I hope you like my fantastic high-tech flip chart. Yeah. Hopefully everybody can see it. There's not going to be much on it. It's really just for a bit of visual, but I don't like slides. I wanted to see all of you, not just the slides in front of me. So I'm not using that. Hello, Ellen, as well. Nice of you to join us today. Good. So I've got some questions. Please put your hands up if you are great at connecting with people. One finger, at least. 2 hands? No? Okay, then put your hands up if you ever shy away from connecting with somebody. I put 2 hands up, really, because I definitely do that. Okay, so are there any reasons for that? What is the reason for you shying away? You can use the chat, you can put some comments in the chat, or you can just come off mute, please, and share a couple of thoughts with us.
Usually with me, it's with people that I have a lot of respect for and just feel kind of awkward, like maybe I'm not good enough to be going up to them. I mean, a good example in my world as a motorsport artist is some of the real top racers feeling very underconfident about walking up to them and asking for permission to do paintings or even asking for collaborations.
That's right.
It's like, who do I think I am asking maybe at the top of their sport to work with me?
It's a bit of limiting belief going on there, isn't there? It's, am I good enough? Do I have enough confidence? Who am I to go there and talking to them? Sometimes we even get a bit intimidated about people, don't we? Because of their title, because of their age, because of their gender, whatever that will be. Yeah. Are there any other thoughts? Oh, Nikki, you don't like small talk. I'm with you on that. Any other thoughts? Come off mute, everybody. Talk to me. Steen?
The opening is a bit kind of like overthinking the opening. Like, what do you come in and say with? Because there's nothing worse than going, so what do you do? It's just like, oh, come on. Try and think of something different to open up with. And then I probably just get in my head.
Oh, fantastic. So yes, it is that opening and overthinking. And that was a very, very great point there, Steen. Yeah. Does anybody else do that? Do you ever overthink anything? Yeah, I definitely do as well. Great point. Thank you. Thank you, Steen. Yes. And have you ever considered what is the difference between an okay meeting with sort of a lukewarm connection and a great meeting that had fabulous connections? Or have you ever considered what could be the difference between people who are really good at connecting and people who are shying away from connecting? Or from a meeting that's absolutely memorable and everybody will remember that for the rest of their lives, or something that they are very easily forgetting? So what could make the difference there? You can pick one question if you wanted to.
I think, Tim just said one there, which is how they make you feel. Is that putting you at ease?
That's
And
right.
so just being able to start a conversation. I was watching Trisha in a networking event before, very good at bringing people into a conversation and things like that, which is, I think, it's a skill that people have.
It is a skill, absolutely. And as every skill, we can improve it, can't we? Yeah. And some people will have it naturally, and some people will need to work at it a little bit more. But on whichever level you are, you can always make it better and better and better. So yes, Kathy, you said it's their confidence, isn't it? It's about your confidence about yourself. And you know that everything starts and finishes with you, doesn't it? And if you were here last year when I was doing a workshop on, oh, hello, James. Hello, Alexandra. So when I was doing a workshop on it all starts and finishes with you, it's all about that, isn't it? Because if you are not confident in yourself, in your own abilities and who you are as a person, what you bring to the table and what you want to get out of this meeting, then everything falls apart, doesn't it? And this is when we shy away and we bring ourselves down into our little bubble here, and we are not there with the person, we are not present with that one person or with the group that's in front of us. So today, I am going to share some hot tips, top tips with you about increasing your confidence to connect with others. Is that what you came here for? Yes, no, maybe? Let's hope so, because if you didn't, just leave the room. That's all good. If you are, that's fantastic. So we are going to look at 3 different points when it comes to your confidence to connect. We are going to look at your intention, what intention you have for that meeting. We are going to look at your attention. So what do you bring your attention to? Is it yourself putting all that pressure on yourself? And then we are going to have a look at how we can take action. So first of all, when it comes to your intention, and let's just talk about a simple networking meeting. In general, when it's a business networking meeting, what would be your intention for that meeting? Just give me a couple of examples. It can be either in the chat or you can come off mute and talk to us. Go, James.
I should probably speak at this point, shouldn't I, as running a networking. I used to hate it, by the way. I used to find it really awkward. I think the flip for me is about agenda. So if you go, I think a lot of people go to networking with the intention of selling themselves. If I went to a networking event, I'm quite confident about what I do, but if my agenda was to sell myself, I'd struggle. So just don't bother. Like literally go to networking to get to know people and find out about them. So just by that simple act of flipping it round to, I'm here to learn about you. I have no agenda other than to learn about you as a person, you as a business, and offer to help you if I can, all pressure removed. And I think that gives you confidence.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, James. This is exactly it. I'm sure you have attended one of my courses before. No, that's really good, James. Exactly the point. So do any of you ever go into a networking meeting and think about, oh, I'm going to have to sell myself. I'm going to have to sell my services, but I'm too young. I'm too old. I don't have enough experience. I'm not sure what to say. Yeah. So this is when the problem is that you are putting way too much pressure on yourself and on selling your services. And this is when we want to flip that intention and we want to have a different intention. So I'm going to invite you all to have the intention of having a genuine curiosity towards the person on the other end of the call or in-person meeting. Yeah. So have a very genuine interest of that person and go in with the outcome of what can I find out today? What can I learn about the person? And instead of thinking about selling your services or selling your products, how about talking about what can I find out about you today and how can we connect? And have this genuine intention to just create a human connection with that other person on the call. Yeah. So straight away taking a lot of pressure off of yourself. It's not about your business. It's not about making money. It's not about selling. Because once you make that connection with that person at a human level, all the other bits will come. May not come from that particular person, but it will come from their network. And this is where we can move into the attention. So who and what are we going to put our attention onto? Instead of putting the attention on myself, oh, how do I look? Do I sound okay? What is going on? What am I going to talk about? How about we flip that as well? And we bring our attention to the person in front of us. Yeah. And again, start thinking about them. It's not about you. It's about them. If you have that genuine curiosity, if you have that genuine intention to create that connection, then we want to get to know the person, don't we? And this is where that question comes up that Fina, you brought up. Okay, but what if I really respect that person? What if that person is intimidating? What if they have a lot more experience than I do? What if I don't know how to be around them? Then I'm going to ask the question, what if we treated them just as another human being? Because they are just people too, aren't they? Yeah. A human being like you are, like I am, every single one of us are. And behind our title, behind our business, behind our financial situation, our field of expertise, behind all that, we are all just human beings, aren't we? So changing the way how we think about that person, taking all that pressure off. You're not connecting with the CEO. You're not connecting with the head of that business or with the, I don't know, the lead person of those sports. You are connecting with another human being. And when you take all that pressure off and you bring your attention to the human being, how does that change your way of thinking? How does it feel different? Please do talk to me. Does it make a difference at all?
Shall I jump in again? I don't want to monopolise. I do
Go for
know
it.
that I've got a bit of experience in this. I started off as a journalist, so I had to interview. I was like 22, didn't know anything about the world. I had to interview CEOs of big companies. So I felt like I had nothing to offer those people other than, what was the quote that one of the members said the other day? When I ask questions, people are fascinated by me. What a great way of looking at it. Everyone loves to talk about themselves, so just ask questions. And do you know what as well I've learned? Never be afraid to ask people about them. Because that's, in all my years of networking, no one's ever gone, well, that's a bit personal. Don't ask me about what my life's like. I know, for example, there's someone on this call that plays Ring Fit Adventure on the Nintendo Switch, and they've encouraged me to play Ring Fit Adventure on the Nintendo Switch. But do you know what? That's the bit where we break through the camera. This is about human connection in the digital world. You've got to ask those questions. Otherwise, we're just talking about business. Steen made the point, didn't he? What do you open with? And I will shut up after this, I promise. One thing that you can do online that you could never have done when we were in person networking, when all I had to go on was people's name badge. Remember that bit when you're like, well, what's your name? What's your name? What am I going to ask? And you end up, like Steen said, going, what do you do? It is difficult. What you can do online before you speak to people, look at their LinkedIn profile, look at their blog, look at their website, and go into that call going, I just read that. That was brilliant. Tell me more about it. That's such a strength of online. I'm never talking ever again. I do apologise.
Thank you, Jill. That was James West from Only Network. Thank you very much. One of the sponsors of the Digital Circus Live. Thanks, James. Exactly that. You made some fantastic points there, James. It's all about connecting with that person in front of you, asking about them, getting to know them at a human level. And many of you said in the chat as well that it makes it all easier, it takes the pressure off, and it definitely helps to open up your mind. Yeah. Now, what can you do then? And you made, again, a very... Sorry, Alan, what was that?
Well, I was going to do this thing that I really hate doing, but I seem to do very well, which is I basically say what James said in a slightly different way, but ultimately agree with him. I absolutely agree. So virtual works ever so well for me because I struggle with that ice break thing as well. I know you wouldn't believe it, right? But I promise you this is all true. If I'm in a room of 100 people, I'm like, who do I talk to? What do I say? Nice trousers. Whereas virtual for me, that ice breaking doesn't need to happen. We've arranged to be there. We're ready to go. And look, I'll share my tactic. Emily knows this. When I go into a virtual, this may be a surprise, I go in 100% Alan, right? I go in as much personality as I can get across in 5 seconds. I spend 30 seconds looking at their LinkedIn profile like James did, and I reel off 10,000 questions because I'm genuinely interested in them. But what I find is that after that kind of 60 seconds of full on, this amazed me. Oh, how do you do that? The conversation just flows about each other and we just answer questions and we talk about our love of Dungeons and Dragons, Hiker, and we talk about all these other things that are us as humans. You know, it has to be about us. No one cares that we're digital visibility specialists, but they do care that I might go running or I love barbecuing or we love our, not we love our kids, but you know what I mean? Our kids are very centric in what we do. And that's so important. Like James, I will now zip it as well.
Thank you very much. So, Alan Braithwaite, one of the hosts of the Digital Circus Live. Thank you very much. No, that was fantastic. Great points. Thank you, gentlemen. It's all about that, exactly. So what I would say is to start preparing some questions. What are you going to ask? And put some ideas in the chat so we can help each other. What could be questions that you could use to break that ice, to start connecting with the person at a human level? And I'm going to give you one tip. One of my favorite ones when it comes to the actual business and what they do. Instead of asking them what they do, I could have found that out on LinkedIn, on their website, and on different platforms. What I do ask people is, what do you love about what you do? People love it when you start asking them questions, when you make them feel heard and seen, and they will definitely remember you because of how you made them feel. And that leads us into the third bit, and I'm going to speed up a little bit because I am aware of time. And those third bit have another 3 points here, ta-da. And the first one is be prepared. Yeah. So first of all, how about preparing those questions? Have a few questions written down for yourself. Yeah. If anybody puts any in the chat, you might want to steal some of those as well. Yeah. And then apart from having prepared some questions, how about preparing yourself for what you would like to say? My suggestion would be, how about preparing 3 different things that you would like to share with the person? It can be either personal, it can be something about your business. Just prepare 3 things and pick one that's definitely important, a point that you would like to get across. Yeah? So you feel prepared by having questions that will show your interest in the person, and you will also feel prepared about yourself. So when they ask you the question, so how can I help you with, or what do you do, what do you love about what you do, then you won't just be there and say, yeah, I do something, I run a business. Yeah, it happened to me many times when I felt that I was put on the spot, even though I knew I was going into a networking meeting. So have a few points prepared for yourself. The next point is that get yourself prepared. You need to be in a state of confidence, don't you? For that, I'm going to ask you to show me, everybody who is on camera and who isn't as well, show me your physical state, your physiology, when you shy away from things, when you lack confidence, when you are intimidated by the person in front of you. We all come into our little bubble. We stop smiling. We bring our head down. We make ourselves small. We want to hide away. And what do you do when you went into a great meeting and you feel that you are at your very best and you feel absolutely amazing? for having been there. That's it, Trisha. Exactly that. You pop your hands on your hips, you lift your arms up, you go, yes, that was absolutely fantastic. That's called the physiology of excellence. You can also help yourself in different ways. If you do believe in EFT tapping or different meridian points from Chinese medicine, you can tap under your collarbones to get rid of all your anxieties and stress. You can tap in between your little finger and your baby finger in that little hole, tap that bit to bring your best ego state into the executive and feel that you are at your very best. So tapping away a little bit. And after that, I am going to invite you, just do a bit of tapping. Let's do it together. Let's get rid of all that stress, all that anxiety, just under your collarbone, right here in the middle. Tap with all your fingertips. Absolutely fantastic. Now tap in between the baby finger and the ring finger in that little hole. Keep tapping away. Absolutely fantastic. Very good. And now let me invite you to get into some power poses. And if you want to know more about power poses, you can look up Amy Cuddy's TED Talk on YouTube. One of the power poses is when you put your hands on your hips, exactly how Trisha did there, bringing your shoulders back as well. And you want to spend 2 minutes there. Yeah. Oh, that's Dean, exactly that. Put your arms up above your head, or you can put your arms behind your head. You can even pop your legs up on the table and cross your legs there and spend 2 minutes in this position. Not longer, but 2 minutes. Thank you, Trisha. Exactly. That's the next point I was going to make. Smile. Yeah. You want to inspire confidence. So bring your confidence with you. Put a smile on your face. Bring your elbows apart. Keep your hands on your hips. And while you are doing that and while you are smiling, I would like you to think about 5 things that you are amazing at. 5 things that you bring to the table. You can do that, Steen. Put your hands back there. That's absolutely wonderful. Everybody can do that. So think of 5 things and write down those 5 things for yourself. What do you bring to the table? What are you excellent at? What is there for people to want to get to know about you? Yeah. And keep holding that lovely power pose. Keep your hands on your hips. Wonder Woman pose. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Bring your shoulders back. Keep that smile going as you are. And then let's put ourselves into the psychology of excellence as well. So we just had the physiology, and let's bring the psychology to it. And for that, pop your hands on your hips or put them behind your head. Get into that power pose. And I would like you to remember a time in your life when you felt 100% confident, or as close to 100 as you can go. And just think of that time. That's right. Shoulders back. Keep that smile on your face. If you feel like closing your eyes, you are more than welcome to close your eyes as well. And just think of that time and that place where you felt absolutely confident, when you felt that you were at your very, very best. Exactly that. Keep putting that smile on. And see what you see as you remember that time. And hear what you hear as you remember that time. And feel that feeling of confidence filling up your whole body, filling up your mind and radiating around you as well. That's right. Good. Tim, I love how you lifted your chin up there and you're smiling away. Fantastic. And after having done all this, how do you feel different now? Come off mute and tell us. Oh, ready to rock the world. I love that, Philippa. Feeling positive, Alex. Fantastic.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Look at that, Heike. Exactly that. So how ready do you feel to actually go out there and connect with people? Go, go, go. I love that. Yeah. Fantastic. Super positive, Kate. I love it. Very good. So exactly that. So the last point that is there for me to make is after you chose your intention, you chose your outcome for that meeting that you were about to have, and you brought your attention to those people, yeah, the person that you are connecting with, And you have taken some actions by preparing, getting yourself into the physiology and psychology of excellence. There's one more thing you need to do. And connect. Because otherwise, this whole thing was pointless, wasn't it? So make sure that you make use of the speed networking bit, the rant table conversations with others. Go there and connect with others at a human level. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Good. Are there any questions? Thank you. And if there aren't any questions, then thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I believe the next one on the big stage is Laurie from the Mindful Eating Clinic, and that is going to be absolutely wonderful. So everybody make sure that you join Laurie on the big stage, and I'll see you all around. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.
See you. Bye.